Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. We just get another reminder that in the United States under Donald Trump, truth is stranger than fiction. I'm going to play a video for you that sounds like it could have been a comedy skit on Saturday Night Live. It was not. On C-SPAN, this really happened. Watch.
C-SPAN, bringing you democracy unfiltered. President Trump spoke to reporters outside the Oval Office after having McDonald's delivered via the online food ordering service DoorDash. He then took questions from reporters on several topics, including the ongoing conflict with Iran and a recent Truth Social post depicting himself as Jesus, which he denies, saying he thought it depicted him as a doctor.
Now, I know that the voiceover folks at C-SPAN are the consummate professionals. Still, I have to believe that narration took at least half a dozen takes. President Trump spoke to reporters after having McDonald's delivered. Let's show you that, and then we will get to the Jesus stuff.
Doesn't on stage, does it?
They're all your favorites.
That's good. These are good.
What's even stranger than the DoorDash delivery is the tacky gold writing outside the Oval Office. You literally couldn't make this stuff up. Here's Donald Trump responding to a question about the social media picture he posted.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as the doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
Well, Trump does make C-SPAN a lot better because C-SPAN's non-emotional style is surreal when it involves Trump. To be fair, there are other news platforms that are trying to be super straight-laced, and they also end up underscoring how absurd everything is with Donald Trump. Take Trump's claim that he thought he was portrayed in the Jesus image as a doctor. The Trump-neutered Washington Post reported it this way. Asked about the post Monday afternoon, Trump said he posted it. Quote, I thought it was me as a doctor and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker, which we support, Trump said. In the photo, Trump's clothing is reminiscent of clothing worn in Jesus' time and does not appear to be an outfit a modern doctor would wear. Really, Washington Post? This does not appear to be an outfit a modern doctor would wear? More from the Post. There is no reference in the photo to the Red Cross. Duh. Most news organizations simply could not take the Trump bullshit.
My first thought is, come on, that's one of the most ridiculous things he said. Of course, that's not true, but that's a ridiculous thing to say. I don't know anybody who didn't look at that and think he just posted himself as Jesus Christ.
What doctor have you ever seen with light rays coming out of his hands to heal someone and rays from heaven coming down blessing him in red and white garments?
Clearly, everyone who's ever dressed up for Halloween knows if you're a doctor, you put on a white coat and a stethoscope. Like, that's the doctor costume, not the Jesus costume, which is what Donald Trump put himself out being.
Already, though, Trump is impacting Halloween costumes. Here's the new Spirit Red Cross worker adult-size costume. MS Now highlighted the mainstream media hypocrisy.
What if former President Barack Obama had posted a picture of himself as Jesus? Can you imagine the wall-to-wall coverage?
My Lord.
But back to C-SPAN, because while most broadcast platforms will show some emotion and state the obvious, C-SPAN is notorious for being straight-laced and flat. As a result, C-SPAN can get hilariously interesting when the channel tries to summarize something bizarre.
President Trump spoke to reporters outside the Oval Office after having McDonald's delivered.
Or when C-SPAN takes a viewer phone call about a Trump social media post.
Voted for the president, supported him, but I really want to apologize. I mean, I'm looking at this awful picture of the Obamas. What an embarrassment to our country. all this man does is tell lies. He is not worthy of the presidency. He takes bribes blatantly, and now he's being a racist blatantly. They were supposed to deport the dangerous criminals. They were not supposed to go after small children, storm schools, bring terror upon, the little kids and the women and children, not just the immigrants in the school. All the children are scared. I'll close my call.
John, I've got a lot of people waiting. So let me go to John in Syracuse, New York.
No reaction from the C-SPAN hosts, no emotion. As a result, it makes the caller's comments and the news about Trump stand out even more.
All he does is promote violence, criminal acts. He's a rapist. And now he wants to sell a Bible. How can such a violent man trying to destroy a country sell a Bible and add things to it? That's blasphemy. This whole thing is insane.
To be fair, it's not always just Trump who fires up C-SPAN viewers who call in and generate viral clips. Sometimes the callers just create viral moments themselves, with prank phone calls and efforts to make the C-SPAN hosts and guests squirm.
I mean, I'm really broke right now, about to file bankruptcy. I'm trying to get a penile implant. I need to enlarge my package to pick up the chicks these days.
Oxford, North Carolina is up next. Good morning.
Voting for him because they care about the economy, because they care about winning the election, and they're voting for him because of his huge penis.
All right, let's caller messing with us this morning. We hope to get the best of our callers. He set himself up nicely there, but let's move on.
And do you believe that Howard Stern has a small penis?
Let's go to Peckway, Pennsylvania. Hello.
Keep doing your job and, keep doing what you do, despite, a lot of people really not liking it. And as far as that goes, I would really just like to give you a nice big
McLean, Virginia. You're on the Washington Journal.
Good morning.
Good morning. For the record, I consider C-SPAN a national treasure. Amidst all of the craziness in this world, the earnestness and dedication of C-SPAN is something we can always count on. The channel shows us hearings, speeches, and news conferences in their entirety, and the stoicism of C-SPAN hosts and narrators is remarkable. Still, in this era of Donald Trump, everybody in the media world faces some incredible challenges, and the weirdness even shows up on C-SPAN.
He then took questions from reporters on several topics, including the ongoing conflict with Iran and a recent Truth Social post depicting himself as Jesus, which he denies, saying he thought it depicted him as a doctor.
By the way, Fox News host Jessica Tarlov recently shredded Donald Trump's claim that Iran has no leverage and no cards.
And reading President Trump's Truth Social post saying they have no cards except short-term extortion of the world by using international waterways seems like actually a pretty powerful card. I mean, we saw the inflation report, which you already referenced. We know fuel's up over 40% in the last month.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular from Zamuza wrote, Jessica Tarlov is the only person who speaks the truth on Fox News. I hear you. I look forward to reading your comments about C-SPAN's dry but hilarious summary of Donald Trump. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.